The city of dreams. Houston. Skyscrapers. Oil. NASA. This is the Houston many know, a city of opportunity where dreams take flight. People from all over the world come here, drawn by jobs, culture, and community. But behind the glass and steel, shadows linger. For many, the dream feels just out of reach. Houston is a city of contrasts, great wealth beside deep poverty, hope beside quiet desperation. Yet in these struggles, we find the true character of its people. Join me as we journey into the heart of Houston, into its light and its shadows. Houston is a city of extremes, where wealth and poverty exist side by side. In River Oaks, the American dream thrives. Mansions, luxury cars, and the best schools. But just miles away, neighborhoods like the Fifth Ward tell a different story, one of survival. Families worry about food, medicine, and making ends meet. The gap between these worlds is a canyon, shaped by decades of segregation and disinvestment. This is the tale of two Houstons, a story of deep division. Section 3. When the streets aren't safe. For many families, each day begins and ends with a prayer for safety. In some parts of Houston, the fear of crime is constant. Sirens at night, worry for children outside. While citywide crime rates fluctuate, some neighborhoods bear a much heavier burden. For residents, crime isn't just a statistic, it's a daily threat. We spoke to a mother in a high-crime area. She asked us not to use her name. "You hear gunshots almost every night," she told us. "My kids know to get on the floor." Her story is not unique. It's the story of communities living under siege. The constant stress takes a toll on mental health, on children's ability to learn, on peace of mind. The causes of crime are complex, deeply connected to inequality. When people lack opportunity, some turn to desperate measures. Poverty, joblessness, and underfunded schools create fertile ground for crime. It's a vicious cycle. High crime drives away businesses, jobs, and hope. This isn't about blaming individuals, but understanding the conditions that lead to crime. When a child sees more opportunity in a gang than a classroom, we've all failed. The safety of our neighbors is our shared responsibility. A city isn't truly safe until it's safe for everyone. Section 4. Maria's story. A voice from the margins. Meet Maria, a single mother of two, working as a cleaner in downtown Houston. Every day she wakes before sunrise, takes 2 buses, and spends her day making offices spotless. By the time she returns to her small apartment, she's exhausted. But her day isn't over. She cooks, helps with homework, and gets her kids ready for bed. "Some days, I feel invisible," Maria told me. "I clean these beautiful offices. They don't see me." Maria earns just above minimum wage. After rent and utilities, little is left. Last month, her son got sick. The medicine was expensive. She had to choose medicine or groceries. Maria's story is the story of thousands in Houston, the backbone of the city's economy. They do essential jobs, but are often the least rewarded. They live in the shadows of prosperity, struggling with low wages and little security. One emergency, a car repair, a medical bill, can send them spiraling. Listening to Maria, I was struck by her strength. She doesn't want pity. She wants a chance. She wants a fair wage, a safe neighborhood, a better life for her children. Her story forces us to see the human cost of inequality. Maria is not invisible. We just have to choose to see her. Houston is the energy capital of the world, but that wealth comes at a cost. Along the ship channel, petrochemical plants power the economy, but nearby communities pay the price. These are often low-income minority neighborhoods living with constant worry. Residents talk about the smell of money, chemical odors in the air, flare-ups lighting the night. They worry about the air they breathe, the water they drink. Studies show higher rates of asthma and cancer in these communities. After storms like Harvey, flooding can cause chemical spills, turning disaster into a toxic nightmare. Families who lose everything in a flood then face long-term health risks. This isn't just an environmental issue, it's an issue of justice. It's about who gets clean air, whose health is prioritized. Residents aren't asking for plants to shut down. They want stronger regulations and better monitoring. They're asking for the right to a healthy environment, a right everyone deserves. You might wonder, what does Houston's story have to do with you? The challenges facing Houston, inequality, crime, environmental risks, aren't unique. They're America's problems. They're global problems. Think about your own city. Are there divides, forgotten neighborhoods, environmental burdens? We're all connected by these struggles. When one part suffers, the whole community is weakened. A city with deep inequality is less stable, less healthy, less prosperous for everyone. That's why this story matters. It's a call to open our eyes and act. By understanding Houston's challenges, we better understand our own and can find inspiration for change. In the midst of these challenges, there is hope in the people of Houston. They are the change-makers, community organizers, volunteers, everyday citizens refusing the status quo. We met young people who started a community garden in a food desert, providing fresh food and hope. It's a simple act, but a powerful one. Defiance against neglect, love for community. Organizations bridge the economic divide with job training, financial literacy, and support for small businesses. They're not just giving handouts, they're investing in human potential. On the environmental front, citizen groups monitor air quality and demand action. These are ordinary people doing extraordinary things. You don't have to be a politician or CEO to make a difference. You just need courage and conviction. Now, I turn the question to you. We've seen Houston's shadows and the people fighting for a better future. Maybe you felt sadness, anger, or inspiration. These feelings are the start of empathy. Empathy is the engine of change. Look around your own community, not just the parts you see every day. Who lives there? What challenges do they face? Are there food deserts, underfunded schools, or forgotten neighborhoods? The first step is to see. The next, what can you do? Change happens one small act at a time. Volunteer, mentor, support local businesses, start a conversation. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but every movement starts with a few concerned citizens. Your voice and actions matter. You have the power to be a seed of hope in your own community. The question is, will you choose to make a difference? The story of Houston is one of contrasts, struggle and resilience, shadow and light. But it doesn't have to stay this way. The future isn't written. The challenges are great, but the spirit of the people is greater. We can't have a thriving Houston if half the city is left behind. We can't have a healthy Houston if some neighbors breathe toxic air. We can't have a safe Houston if children are afraid to play outside. The fate of the CEO is tied to the fate of Maria, the cleaner. We are one city. Our futures are bound together. We will rise together or fall separately. Don't let this be just another story. Let it be a catalyst. Get involved. Support organizations doing the hard work. Raise your voice for those unheard. Demand more from leaders. Most importantly, reach out to your neighbors. Build bridges. Listen to their stories. Share your own. Find common ground. The stories we share shine a light on dark corners and give voice to the voiceless. Together, we can believe in the power of people to create a better world, for Houston and for us all.